This is September 10th, 2017. I'm connecting to Hurricane Irma. So what I'm seeing is the weather divas are little mischievous kind of energies. They're actually very happy, kind of giggly type of energy, and they are all coming together like a school of fish, and this is what creates the hurricane. And even though the hurricane, people perceive it as destruction and kind of a negative thing, the divas that make up the storm actually don't have that type of energy. So this is an interesting dynamic that I'm seeing with the happy, giggly divas against a barrier of the perception from the human consciousness coming up against that. I see the meeting, and there's quite a bit of separation there because there's not an understanding of from the human side, an understanding of the weather divas. But the weather divas are following the instruction of Mother Earth. So the humans, we are not separate from her. We are part of her in a much deeper way than most people can understand at this time. What I'm seeing is we are just extensions of her. I do not see any separation, and how could we be separate? We ingest on a daily basis. What we are eating comes from the earth, and we are putting that into our bodies, and that is making up our molecular structure. So we are doing this pretty much non-stop throughout our entire lives. And that is why when you fast, when you stop eating, it kind of takes you a little bit away from the energy of the earth and the grounding of it, and you're connecting more with sun energy, air energy, those types of energies that kind of lift your consciousness up and somewhat out of your physical body. And it may feel like you have a stronger connection to energy and source when you're in that state. And but our normal state is one of ingesting food from the earth, and that creates us as being one with her. And so what she's doing is she's directing this storm to bring change. I'm sure that's not any new information for most of you, but what I'm seeing is a change, shift that is happening. And it's not just like something that she's doing to us, is something that she is just doing for herself. And in the shifting and the healing of herself, we, as part of her, have to follow in those footsteps and heal also. The political tone in the world divides people. There's a great divide happening right now. And with this divide, Mother Earth feels split. She feels like she's broken. She feels like she's separate. There are two separate parts of her, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The equator actually is a place where she feels split. She's healing now, and in that healing of bringing herself back together, she's creating these storms as a way to bring humanity back together. Because as the political tone is splitting us, the natural disasters are going to bring us back together. And they're going to bring us back together because these storms are love. These storms are part of love of Mother Earth for herself and for all the extensions of her, which is us. This may be difficult to understand or accept, but you will see. It is all in divine order, and sometimes people pass into the spirit world from these disasters, and it feels like such a tragedy for us here in our human bodies. I'm telling you, it's all part of a bigger plan. And these people, there are many different circumstances around each death, but they have agreed to have that experience, as painful as it may be, for karma that they may have need to clear, or because they feel that they can better help from the other side. And there are a lot of people making that choice now. As we go through this change, there are many, many people that incarnated on the planet to witness and be part of and assist and experience the change, the great change that is happening now, the great shift. I'm going to call it the great shift. And this great shift, as we have had so many people assisting it up to the point of it happening, and it is happening. It's happening now. You will see people decide to shift out of their physical bodies as their work here is done. So, but we have many, many people still wishing to be in a physical body to bring this transition through for everyone and for the earth herself. Okay. And that's all for now.